Well, hello, friends. Today we are going to do even more browser hacking, so deal with it. Uh, I'm having too much fun with this browser stuff. I hope that it's interesting to watch. So today I'm going to do the center element, and for that we're going to need the CSS text-align center property support. Because let's start by implementing it in the default style sheet, actually. So I think for center, do we have center already? Yeah, so center is display block, but we're also going to add center text align center. I think that's how you say it, right? Text align center. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so what we're going to do with center, because I think the center element, it just needs to be a block element that has this property. And then what we're going to do with it, I'll show you, is that for a page like this that has all these line boxes, right? What we are going to do is we're just going to take all the line boxes and center them on the line. So we know how much space there is for the line in total because every line box is limited by the width of its containing block. So we're just gonna see like how much we have to shift everything to the left, I guess. That's my basic idea. And we'll do that after we compute the width, like when we do this second pass of line layout where we position everything. So let's see how that goes in practice. So this stuff is in layout block, if I recall correctly. Yeah, right here, layout inline children. And I was actually having this conversation about how to implement CSS layout in a browser engine. I was having this conversation with an old friend of mine who works on WebKit, and he was like advocating a very different approach than what I'm taking here, but I'm taking this approach because I'm like learning this as I go. Layout was definitely never my strong suit in WebKit, so a lot of this is new to me, so I'm kind of trying to keep it simple so that I can work out how to do a lot of these things. And then when it comes to like implementing more sophisticated designs, I'll get to that once I have a more simple design working and like once I understand it better. Because you know, there's a lot of little details to CSS layout that I don't know yet, but we'll discover as we go. So anyways, this is where we lay out inline children of a layout block. And the first pass is up here where we split the children of the block into lines. So this is what ends up producing all of those line boxes that we saw. And then here we iterate over all of the line boxes and figure out how tall they should be. And also where each fragment should be positioned. Because before this, the fragments have a size, but they're not positioned on the line. So this is where we do that. So here we could actually look at the text alignment and see if it's centered. And if so, we would begin at an offset that would center the content on the line. So I think that would make sense. So that will be per line box. So let's see. Let's say, I mean, I'm only going to do this for the I'm only going to do the center property now, like right align, left align, justify, these kind of things. They're like, you know, we'll do those later, but right now I just want to do center, just to keep focused on a specific scenario. So is text align center, and then to figure that out, we're just going to ask our style. if string or fallback CSS property ID text align, and by default I guess we'll have left, and if it returns center then text align center. Yeah, we can write it this way if text align center. Okay. So, and here we will compute an x offset, base x offset 0, and then if text align center, then the base x offset will be I guess it will be my own width, so the block's width, oops, minus the accumulated width of this line box. So that's like how much extra space we have, and then if we divide that by 2, we should have enough of an x offset so that the content ends up centered. And then we will just add the base x offset here. Wait, does this make sense? X. Oh, this is the x of the layout block, right? So base x offset plus x. X. Oh, I guess actually we can call base x offset x, and if it's centered, then we add like that. Maybe x offset like this. Okay. I'm feeling kind of spicy, so let's try it out. See how wrong I am about this idea, because I don't know why, I just don't feel super confident in it. Let's style all these P's here with text align center just to see. Hold on. There we go. Oh, wow. No, that was easier than I expected. How very cool. Wow, now we can do those awesome website pages that are centered. But I wonder how this is going to play with more complex content though. So let's not celebrate just yet. Let's take the this images test, and how about we just put everything in a center. Because I am curious what will happen with that. I feel like that's not. Images. Oh. Okay. Wow. This was so straightforward. I can't even. I can't even. Okay, fine. I guess. I don't know. I'm like just caught by surprise that my initial idea was so effective. I don't know why this surprises me so much, but that's really cool. So now we can do these 1990s web designs, where everything is centered. Just need some under construction GIFs and stuff. How neat is this? Oh, and yeah, that was the centered element. We just put everything in center like we did. Makes me wonder if we could load something like I know lunduke.com uses HTTP. Can we maybe load it? I wonder. Ooh, we could. Ah, shit. And it clearly uses center of some type. Let's turn off the line box borders. Wow, look at that. Oh, and here are some video links, and it loads the images and everything. I mean, obviously the page doesn't look exactly right. I mean, actually, I haven't looked at his site for a while, so maybe it is supposed to look like this. But I feel like there used to be like columns and stuff. Yeah, like this. I guess this is probably like a table or some. Oh wait, what am I trying to do? Inspect element. This is a table, right? So we don't have tables, so obviously this is not going to look right. All these table parts like th, td, tr, whatever, we will just turn them into inlines. But it is still pretty cool that we can load the page at all, and that the centering works. Very neat. Should work on tables maybe at some point. I'm just looking at the centering. I don't know why, it just looks so cool to me. I remember making websites when I was 12 or 11 or 12 or something like that, and always centering everything. It was really neat. Having background images. I gotta implement background images later, but now this was supposed to be about centering, and we've done centering, so that's pretty good. This makes me feel like it wouldn't be terribly difficult to do some other alignments, but let's maybe we can just do right align also. I mean, how hard is that? So let's do lorem ipsum, and then we'll change it to right align. Text align. Maybe we'll make a little enum here. Oh wait, we have that in libdraw, but these are not the CSS text alignments. So CSS value. No, we don't have style value. Where did we? I knew I had something like here. Yeah. So what I really want here is like center and left and right. And I'm gonna auto-generate this at some point, but right now it's still an enum like that. I would like to have a script that like takes a list of all of the possible CSS properties and auto-generates enums and stringification and stuff like that. But we'll say CSS value. Oh no, CSS colon value ID text align is then auto text align string and I guess we can say if text line string is equal to center. This is parsing. It's going to be somewhere else eventually. I'm just putting it here now because I don't want to go work on the parser because there's so much else to do to get this thing to work. To get it to produce this right now, we would have to do a lot. So I'm just going to do it right here. This should be done by the parser. CSS value ID center. Okay, and then we'll also do left and right, and we'll ignore the rest because this is plenty. So let's see if text align is equal to CSS value ID center. Then we'll do it this way. Else if, oh, we could even switch on it. Okay, CSS value ID left. This can also be the default case, I guess. X offset is, oh, we can do nothing here actually because we've already set it up here. And then we just need the right. So in the case of right, what if we don't do that, but we instead shove it all the way so that it covers the missing, so that it covers like the missing part, or you know what I mean? That whatever extra space we had on the right, if we're doing a left layout, we would just push it that much to the right. Lorem. Oh, look at that shit. We are right aligned. It's a little bit awkward because we have, I guess there's, sometimes we put white space on the end here, so that's not super perfect, but you can see that it certainly is right aligned. Just that it's also obvious that, yeah, you can see after Erna here, like sometimes we have a white space character afterwards, sometimes we don't. So that's an issue in text layout where we need to be smarter about the word breaking. But generally, the right alignment's super cool. Yeah. All right. That's awesome. So let's commit some stuff. I think maybe we can leave these with those changes in there because they're kind of funny. And the center tag, and the p align right, and text align right. Okay. So what were we doing here? Oh yeah, it's the whole thing. It's dead simple, really. Like you just you just shift everything a little bit to the left based on the alignment. Less complicated than I expected, but very cool. Okay, so implement text align left, center right, and center. Implement. Oh, we can't fit that. Actually, this makes me realize that we could do the center element as a separate commit. So base home non lorem implement CSS text on left, center, right. This was easier than I imagined. Just shift each line box to the left based on the alignment and the remaining space on each line. Cool. And then, yeah, adding the center element is super simple. So add the center element. This is really just center text line. The default style sheet, but it totally works. There's probably some nuance to how it works. That's not exactly how the center element works everywhere else, but the basic concept is there, right? So that's really neat. So let's see that one more time. Plop. Look at that right aligned goodness. Very, very cool. And look at that centered goodness. How cool is that? All right, so I think this is going to be it for today's video. A little faster than expected, but still very cool. So I hope you saw something interesting. And I guess I will see you next time. Oh, I should say, welcome to all the new Patreons. I really want to give a shout out there because I have had more and more people joining lately, and it's really, really fun and really cool, and I'm really grateful for the support. So thank you everyone for checking that out, and I hope all of you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.